What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 5 cool mods for Fallout 4. It's actually been quite a while since I posted this series last. I feel like I've been saying that every single episode, but all the episodes have been spaced out like almost 2 weeks apart now at this point, and I do want to continue the series and start posting more often, as we are getting a pretty big influx of mods in Fallout 4, which is awesome and great to see, considering how many of these mods are very high quality. In today's episode, we have a pretty diverse bunch of mods, some weapon mods, some armor mods, some new settlement mods, and all around I think everything in here is again really high quality, and basically all the mods I show you today are just in my eyes cool and worth the download or just to try them out for a little while. If you guys do enjoy the series, I encourage you to consider subscribing. You'd find links to the mods down below in the description, but with all that being said, let's just jump straight into it. So up first we have the SOG Fasthawk. This is going to add in a tomahawk into Fallout 4 as a melee weapon. This is going to be a new mod by Icon Last. He's been making some really high quality weapon mods as of late. Although just a quick disclaimer, a lot of his content is reusing models and textures from other people, but he is reusing them legally under a Creative Commons license. Regardless, as you can see, the texture quality of this thing is top notch. It looks absolutely awesome, and in Fallout 4 it does function quite well. There are no weapon mods or anything like that. That's something I'd love to see going forward in an update or something like that. I think you could definitely make this kind of Fallout 4ized, adding in some kind of wonky or just interesting weapon attachments to really make it stand out. This was without a doubt one of the more satisfying melee weapons to use as of late. I really like the way it swings. It does swing very fast and has a just kind of powerful punch behind it when you are taking down enemies, and a really nice reach. It doesn't have a stupidly far reach, but far enough that a lot of the times when you don't think you'll hit someone, you actually end up hitting them because the weapon's a bit longer than you otherwise thought. Again, the weapon itself is really high quality. It's extremely satisfying to use and a good kind of middle ground as far as the melee damage does. If you are perked up in the Big Leagues perk, you definitely will be packing a pretty powerful punch with this thing, and all around it is just a pretty high quality melee weapon, which I don't say all that often. So next up we have Sandbag Fortifications. This is a pretty cool mod. Basically what this is going to add in is a bunch of defense objects to place in your settlements that are kind of, sandbag fortifications. Bringing that kind of modern military theme into settlements, considering we have so many different guns that do fit the same theme, it is awesome to see it being expanded elsewhere. There are a number of different options here. You have ones that are kind of more fuller covers, while you have ones that are lesser covers and very similar to what we have in vanilla Fallout 4. Defense options in general are really lacking in Fallout 4. There aren't many in the vanilla game, and there's really not a lot of mods adding them in, so it's really cool to see this mod. This is definitely something I could see myself using on a number of different saves. You would have to have kind of a particular settlement. I don't think it'll fit with every settlement because the rugged look of many of the Fallout 4 settlement objects doesn't really fit with the sandbags, but if you are making some settlements with maybe some other settlement mods or something like that, I definitely think this will have a spot there. So next up we have a new mod by Crimson Rider. That's going to be the Hour of the Reaper. This is kind of building off the Queen of Bones mod I did cover previously. This one's actually going to be kind of that mod, as well as a male version following the same kind of skeletal theme as the previous armor. One thing that's great about Crimson Rider's mods is every piece of this armor is going to be totally modular, so you can kind of attach and detach any of these different pieces if you want it there or don't want it there. On top of that, the armor itself just looks very high quality. It definitely has a very kind of dark and bad feel to it, like you're a cannibal or something like that. I actually could totally see this armor being perfect for a cannibal playthrough. Regardless, the armor itself again is pretty high quality. It definitely does fit a specific niche in Fallout 4. And now that you do have kind of this one and the Queen of Bones armor, you could have your companion be kind of the quote-unquote Queen of Bones, and you'll just be the Reaper. And on top of that, it has a pretty badass spear on the back that I would actually love to see that in the vanilla game as a weapon. I think that would be pretty cool. But again, all around a very high quality mod, as we come to expect from Crimson Rider. He's posted a lot of these mods now, and a lot of them are really modular again, which I feel like is one of the highlights of them, on top of them just actually looking very cool. Next up, we have the M9A1 standalone pistol. This is going to be adding in, well, the M9A1 as a pistol into Fallout 4. This pistol doesn't have a ton of content to it. You have some minor weapon attachments, like being able to change some of the different receivers, some of the different barrels. The real premier option of this, I think, is the custom sounds it does offer. I think both the regular and the silencer sounds actually sound very realistic. Maybe I don't know what they sound like in real life because I've never fired this gun personally, but as far as movies go and what I've been kind of trained to think of as this gun, it definitely sounds pretty nice to that, especially the silencer sounds. I think the silencer sounds on this are very accurate to what silencers in real life sound like. Obviously, they're a little bit too quiet in the game, but otherwise, I really like the silencer sounds on this, especially compared to vanilla Fallout 4. Other than that, again, the pistol is very high quality. It actually doesn't look too good in third person for whatever reason, but I think it looks fine in first person. I actually really like the look of the gun in first person with a nice silencer on top. I think it sounds really cool, looks really cool, and all around, I love to see again some of these mods just having some more weapon attachments, and I think they'd be much more viable than they are right now. But even so, I think that's a great weapon mod right now to download and just expand your game. So last but certainly not least, we have better female walk. Basically what this is going to do is change the female walk in Fallout 4, so it kind of is a little bit better looking, it moves a little bit more, the body is just kind of flowing a little bit better with the walk. I'm actually going to be using some of the mod author's video from it because although mine is using the mod, it's not as easy to tell as with his video. Regardless, it's actually really cool to see a lot of these new female walk animations. Animation mods in general are still in a pretty young state for Fallout 4, and especially a lot of the kind of walking or attacking animations aren't really there yet. We have a lot of weapon animations, but I love to see it expanded beyond that because these are things you're going to see all the time when playing the game. This mod is definitely a great example of these done right, and I definitely like the look of this, and I think some of you will and other ones won't. That's pretty much going to wrap it up for this episode of 5 cool mods. If you guys did watch to this point in the video, let me know by commenting discover down below. I do hope all of you that are college students had a pretty good first week back. I just finished my first week and it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Regardless, again, I do thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the content. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any ways I can improve this video. If you're like, I didn't really like that, I think you could do this differently and it would be better. Regardless, again, thanks for watching and I hope to see you all next time. Later.